I'm Trip Burton. I am a faculty member here at the Children's Theater. I've been here for 5 years now. I kind of stumbled over here. I knew the former Children's Theater director, and so started working here, and I've been teaching here ever since. I've been taught everything from second grade all the way through high school. I currently run the summer high school program where last year we started in 3 weeks. We do a full-length Broadway musical. It's insane. I worked at Little Kids Summer Camp. I've taught, I think, just about everything here except for stage combat. I think this is it's a really great special program that it's the kind of place that I wish I had had when I was a kid, where you're learning theater, you're doing theater, but you're learning theater correctly. That people always ask me, they say, do I want to teach theater because I had some great theater teacher growing up? And it's no, because I had bad theater teachers a lot of times. I had good ones too, but I had a lot of bad ones, and I saw a lot of bad ones around me. And I went off to college and I majored in theater, and you learn that, wait a minute, I've been doing everything wrong. And you have to wonder, well, why can't anybody teach kids and teach young people to do things correctly a little bit, and that doesn't mean that you're turning them into professionals. It just means that you're teaching them the correct way to be doing things, and you're teaching them what theater is really like. And I think that the productions they put on here are better than you see in a lot of high schools and a lot of other children's theaters because of that. Because all the other faculty members here are really committed to that, pushing them as artists. I'm loving the high school summer program. We're doing Sweet Charity this summer, so we're doing another musical. And again, giving students opportunities in that venue to do shows. Last year we did Year in Town. This year we're doing Sweet Charity. Shows that they're not doing in other places. We don't want to do Annie, and that's not what we do here, because they can go to their high school and their junior high and they can do that. And we're doing, giving them opportunities to do edgier stuff, to do more in-depth stuff, to do darker stuff, and to do better stuff, I think.
We are doing our Sandwich Sunday run, which means we take pictures and then we do a full run with everything, tech, costumes, props, and it is the first time we'll do everything together. We've been rehearsing since, I'd say 6 weeks, about, maybe five weeks, because we had spring break, and so that was difficult to manage around.
Yeah.
Can't see or talk. It's kind of scary.
Hey, is anyone easy?
Am I allowed to say Helen Keller is scary?
Yeah. Pictures. Oh, or video. Do you want some of this?
He's like
Funny joke.
professional pictures. You walk in.
This is your picture now. This is your picture.
We open May 1st, 2nd and 3rd are the shows, so we open this Friday. So we have 5 more rehearsals.
We open this Friday?
Are you surprised?
I'm surprised.
It's been going well. It's been hard for people to grasp David Mamet's style of writing, overlapping and getting their lines, because they're all pretty much the same. So that's been difficult, but otherwise it's been really fun. It's been a fun process.
Enjoyed directing?
Yeah, I have. It's been a lot different than what I thought it would be, just because the way the script is very cartoony and comic booky, but yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Damn it, Joel!
Well, in the fall, I direct the show that happens here in Cattell, and I advised my assistant director at that time, who is pre-selected over the summer to be the student director the following spring. So I work with that person in the fall. We kind of train together while I'm directing the fall show. And then over the course of the winter and the spring, we put together the spring show, which is student directed. And so what I'm doing now is advising and, sort of, it's a combination of sort of production design and babysitting. I'm here to make sure they don't set the building on fire, but I'm also here to make sure that if they have any questions, if they're having any problems, or they get stuck, blocking a scene, that there are resources here for them. Production-wise, in terms of, lights, costumes, sets, stuff like that, there's always a certain amount that I need to do or help facilitate, just because we don't have as fully developed a technical program as we do an acting and performance program. So, you know, in terms of their dedication, they're doing great. In terms of actualization, it can sometimes be a little iffy. The spring is a hard time of year. There's a lot going on. It's prom season. It's finals for seniors. It's picking colleges for juniors. It's visiting colleges for freshmen and sophomores. It's just generally springtime and everyone's a little Twitter-pated, so.
To apply to college and stuff too, and that's important. I don't know what I'm doing then, alright?
It can be an interesting adventure, but they're doing very well. The show was a lot to deal with. It's a complicated script. It's a big story. It's a huge show in terms of cast. You know, normally we do a show with maybe like 9 or 12 people, and we have, I think, 17 in this one. They're good. They're really good. It's a neat combination of ages. We have, in the spring, we open our auditions up to 8th grade, whereas in the fall, it's only freshmen through seniors. So we have the opportunity for, you know, senior students to interact with 8th grade students and pass on some of the traditions, some of the energy, some of the history and lore of the high school company. And this group is doing really well at that. It can be a difficult place for the younger ones to start to feel comfortable. You know, it's a lot to come into. There's a lot of history. People have been working together for a long time. And so it's great for kids who can get involved earlier, get involved in the spring, because then come the fall, which is, you know, usually a slightly larger show, they're able to feel a little bit more at home.
I'm the lights designer / chair, but to be totally honest, Jamie Kelleher has done a lot of the work for me. I did a lot of the design element, and she's done a lot of the hanging and whatnot, because I've been busy playing lacrosse. So, you know, we're a team, me and Jamie. But it's been going well. I had a couple crazy ideas at first. Most of them got cut by Laura, but you know, I decided to go big with this one. And I knew that Laura would look at it and figure out what's actually realistic and what would really work. And we created a good balance of interesting creativity and what would actually work in the show. So.
Oh hey, I'm assistant stage manager. It was actually pretty last minute. I had auditioned for this, got in the role of the executioner, but then I got a job, so I was like, great. I had to drop the play. And then I got laid off like 10 days later. I was like, sob. And then at around April 13th, I want to say, I got a call from Spencer Dees, and he was all like, hey, we need you because we got a bunch of people dropping out. We need an assistant stage manager. Can you do it? And I was like, I don't have a job, so sure. And that's how I ended up here.
Spencer, a good director, Ben?
No, for sure. No, seriously, but like, I was thinking about this the other day, like, there's so many different responsibilities to take on, and I don't know, I probably wouldn't be doing as good of a job as he is, because there's so much to focus on. And I'd be a lot more stressed out. He's always calm, very collected.
You think of Spencer as a director?
He's really tall. And Spencer the director and Spencer the friend are different people. So, I don't know.
How's Spencer doing as a director?
He's really good. He's very helpful. He does like everything for the play, and he's really nice, and he's really cute too.
You're doing this.
And he has a really good sense of style, and he's got a great personality.
Oh, Joel has it.
He's great. He's doing really well. I was commenting to someone the other day that it's funny to hear my warm-ups taught sort of verbatim by somebody else. But he's doing a great job. He really connects well with the students in the show. He's a great leader for his peers in the sense that he's not very panicky, he's very direct. I've had former student directors who get really uncomfortable or nervous working with their peers, being in charge, being the person who has to say no, or can you get me something different, and he's done a very good job of negotiating that. You know, there are definitely places where I am helping him grow and continue to push the boundaries of what can we layer in, what else can we add into the show, but, you know, beyond that, you know, he's laid an excellent foundation, which, you know, for a senior in high school to take on like a crazy David Mamet play from space is a pretty big accomplishment.
reminders first before we get started. First of all, actors and actresses do use every bomb, so that's these two entrances down here and the two up here. They fight in them, they run in them, we don't want them to trip in them, so please keep your feet in. Make sure you're wary of that. Also, we do use a fog machine in the show. It's a water-based fog machine, so we shouldn't have any problems. It's very safe, but keep in mind we do use that at the beginning and end of the show. Also, if you could turn off your cell phones all the way instead of just on silent, all the way off, if that's possible. And also, registration brochures are available out there if you like what you see up here. And you want to sign up for classes next year, those are now available out in the lobby. It runs about an hour, a little less than an hour, so sit back, relax, and enjoy Revenge of the Space Pandas.
Energy. Listen.
Listen.
Focus.
Focus.
Energy. Listen.
Listen.
Focus.
Focus.
Energy.
Energy.
Listen.
Listen.
Focus.
Focus.
Energy.
Energy.
Listen.
Listen. Focus. Energy. Listen. Focus. Energy. Listen. Focus. Energy. Let's go. Let's go.
If you catch me at the border, I got visas in my name. If you come around here, I'll make 'em all day. I get one down in a second if you wait. I fly like paper, get high like planes. If you catch me at the border, I got visas in my name. If you come around here, I'll make 'em all day. I get one down in a second if you wait. Sometimes I think sitting on trains. Every step I get to, I'm clocking that game. Everyone's a winner, we're making our fame. Bonafide hustler, making my name. Sometimes I think sitting on trains. Every step I get to, I'm clocking that game. Everyone's a winner, we're making our fame. Bonafide hustler, making my name. All I wanna do is take your money. 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 Pirates, skulls and bones, sticks and stones and weed and bombs. Running when we hit 'em. Lethal poison for the system. Pirates, skulls and bones, sticks and stones and weed and bombs. Running when we hit 'em. Lethal poison for the system. No one on the corner has swagger like us. Hit me on my banner, prepaid wireless. We pack and deliver like UPS trucks. Already going hell, just pumping that gas. No one on the corner has swagger like us. Hit me on my banner, prepaid wireless. We pack and deliver like UPS trucks. Already going hell, just pumping that gas. All I wanna do is take your money. All I wanna do is take your money. All I wanna do is take your money. All I wanna do is take your money.
I usually pre-show run through my lines once or twice. You have to get them in a place where they're not so memorized you start to forget, but they're memorized enough that you're on the tip of your toes. Usually then I eat a sandwich, and I'm ready to go.
That was a good
Opening night was good.
That was really cool.
There's always an awesome energy when you're in a comedy. Because our first comedy was Rumors, and after a while, especially with that show, when you're going through the play over and over and over again, it's not funny anymore. And so like people who are watching, like no one's laughing. And then like opening night when you get a new audience out there and everyone's laughing, which I was relieved people laughed during this show because it's weird. I mean, right, it's either like, we either thought everyone would think it's really funny or everyone would just be sitting there being like, what?
Last night was good, high energy, opening night. Everyone was having a good time. Tonight, or today, this morning, Saturday, SAT, it was good. We had some line issues.
I always feel like the matinee show, you know, is always, everyone thinks it sucks and everyone thinks it's totally low energy. Am I allowed to disrobe?
They made
My mom made a Crestview today, actually, instead of casserole. So I'm looking forward to eating some Crestview, is what I'm doing.
I feel like everyone always thinks it's low energy because it is, and everybody else is so hyped up for the opening night. But what I did, and it's like a new thing I do, is like just completely block out the audience. Like, and that's never been my #1 focus. And because it's been my #1 focus, you win every time because you're only playing against yourself, you know? And so I thought today went really well, at least for me. Everyone kept messing up lines. It wasn't me.
Last night was really well. I felt like it really well. They had good energy, good pacing, everything. I'm really proud of you guys. I'm proud of you guys.
Love you, Spencer.
Sometimes if I feel like there's a big problem or they forget a note I already gave them, I'll re-give that note. But I don't take notes like I do during rehearsals. Because I feel like it's their show now. It's their time to shine. I did my spiel. It's all out of my hands now. I just got to sit back and watch it.
One more show tonight.
And then one more tomorrow?
And then one more tomorrow. And I feel like tonight is going to be really good, and then tomorrow's going to be really slow.
Really?
Yeah, it might be sad, too.
His eyes, they closed, and his last breath spoke. He had seen all to be seen. A life once full, now an empty vase, with the blossoms on his early grave. Walk away, me boy, walk away, me boy, and by morning we'll be free. Wipe that golden tear from your mother dear, and raise what's left of the flag for me. Then the rosary beads, counting 1, 2, 3, fell apart as they hit the floor. In our garb of black, we must pay respect to the colour we're born to mourn. Walk away, me boys, walk away, me boys, by morning we'll be free. Wipe the golden tear from your mother dear, raise what's left of the flag for me. An angry fist start a wound filled with hatred and remorse, where I pick and scratch till the blood it matched the silent rage now that fills my lungs. For there are many ways to kill a man, they say, with bayonet, axe or sword. But son, a bullet fired from a shapeless ghost is but the shell of a Thompson gun. Walk away, me boys, walk away, me boys, and by morning we'll be free. Wipe the golden tear from your mother dear, raise what's left of the flag for me. From the east out to the western shore, where many men and many more will fall. The angel flies with me tonight, the freedom reigns on all. I curse the names for which we slaved our days, till every man shall his kingdom come.
There's trouble on the way, oh, you best believe, but you know there always is, so have a drink with me. When we're gone, all we've got are these days that we've made. I don't want to spend them being wistful or afraid. The time to say goodbye has passed us long ago. But I know I've overstayed my welcome, but you know, I don't think I'm ever going home.
Mwah! 1, 2, 3, break a leg! Woo! S-A-T-U-R-D-A-Y, night! S-A-T-U-R-D-A-Y, night! S-A-T-U-R-D-A-Y, night!
5 fill places. Check your props on the way.
S-A-T-U-R-D-A-Y, night!